Yo, what's good with y'all boys, man? We back. This time we got man walks outside to find decapitated roommate. This happened in 2020. Damn. This was that 2020? No, when did the pandemic start? It wasn't all 2020. Was it all 2020? Damn, I think it happened like March. I don't remember. This nigga did that when it was COVID time. Boy, you foul. You must couldn't stand that nigga.
My roommate was attacked. I know it. I heard it. She's screaming. She was thrown to the ground.
Sir, sir, come here.
This man just led police to a dead body. The victim, Amy Harwick, a celebrity sex therapist, was found lying unconscious under her third-story balcony. Officers were immediately suspicious of Amy's roommate, Michael Herman.
Hey, can I see your hands?
Yeah. That's where I poked it on the climbing over the fence.
Oh, okay, got it. What do you think here? I don't know, dude. Something's off. He might be a suspect. He's got blood.
The blood on Michael's hands and the signs of struggle found inside Amy's bathroom made it clear that this was a crime scene, and Michael is the prime suspect.
Do you still hear screaming? I still heard screaming when I was leaving. I yelled up there, "Hey, mother!" Because I wanted
did
to
it.
think I was coming upstairs. So
He did it.
Like, stop
He did
and
it.
run.
He did it.
Detectives began to have doubts. The further they
Well, I see decapitated. I don't see. They ain't say nothing about that.
investigated, the clearer it became that there was more to this crime than meets the eye. And as they dig deeper, they uncover that Amy had a history of troubled relationships and many people had it out for her. But one relationship
Damn.
stood out from the rest. One that was plagued with stalking, violence, and abuse, leaving disturbing clues that would lead detectives to one deranged killer.
Okay. Now I can definitely say that this nigga Dr. Insanity knows how to make an intro.
I have so much.
I'm
more
hooked,
to
brother.
say. Please give me a chance to just say it, please.
At 1:11 a.m. on February 15th.
I'm gonna be honest. I hope nobody out there. That's like nobody I know. Even if I don't, I'm like has to go through this. This is crazy.
911 received a harrowing call from Amy's roommate.
I want to reduce the operator 434.
Yeah, somebody just attacked my roommate. We're at 2086 Mound Street. Find anything.
Okay, how was the assaulted? What happened?
It's a C. I don't know. I was downstairs. I heard screaming. Please get a cop here.
Okay, this is who's screaming inside?
I can't think right now. Amy Harwick.
I mean, who is she to you, sir?
She's my roommate.
Okay. Is she screaming for help?
Yes.
Okay. Did you see anything?
No.
Okay, so
No,
what
I
did you hear?
heard her screaming, and I heard her being.
All right, so I'm gonna
Man,
say
if you
now
don't
that
go up
she's
there and
screaming,
John with
since
that
you
shit,
didn't see
man.
anything, you don't know if she's being attacked.
Yeah.
You're not sure.
Yes,
Correct?
I know she's being attacked. I heard her got thrown to the ground.
With sirens blaring, multiple law enforcement agents.
And this
rush
nigga
to the
downstairs
scene.
not helping?
The information that they have as they arrive is limited. All they know is that there is a situation with a screaming woman and that somebody appears to be in danger. As soon as they arrive, Michael Herwin, Amy's roommate, is the first person to come into contact.
Hey, sir.
Hi.
How can I help you?
My roommate was attacked. I know it. I heard it. She's screaming. She was thrown to the ground. I couldn't find my phone. I couldn't find anything.
Okay, hold on. Okay, so you have access to here?
No.
Now, my detective senses is tingling right now. I'm gonna keep it a beam. I'm not gonna say he did it, but I think he had a small minor role into this. Hear me out, yeah. He may have not have killed her, but he definitely beat her up or something. There's just no way.
Is there anybody else inside the house?
My roommate.
Just your roommate by yourself?
Yes.
There's no way you hear all that and don't go upstairs and help her.
A gun or a knife. I came running trying to. I couldn't find my phone.
So is there somebody else inside?
So I think there's.
Okay, sir, do me a favor. Do me a favor. Calm down. Calm down. Other than your roommate, is there anybody else inside the house?
I don't know.
So you didn't see anyone? You just heard.
No, I just heard her screaming. I
Have you
found
called-
her. Got thrown to the ground. I've been calling for her.
Damn, that nigga hairline crazy, man.
His windows, nobody's answering. Nothing.
So where's your key at?
Inside, downstairs, the back door's open.
Hey, come on. You're good. You're good.
Oh, what the fuck is that?
You good. Here.
That scared the shit. Is that the dude? Oh, that scared the shit out of me. Oh my god. Yo, I thought that was a, one of those. What's them shits called? A scarecrow. I thought that was that shit. I was like, what the hell is that?
We're gonna be at the location.
Damn.
Sir, come here. Relax. Take a seat. Take a seat.
Oh my god.
Hey, we need to ambulance. What was going on tonight?
I've been asleep. I've been asleep all night.
When officers move into the courtyard, there lies Amy Harwick, 20 feet beneath her third-floor balcony, going into
Damn.
seizures with glass surrounding her body.
Bro, she's having a seizure. Oh, Jesus.
Amy lived in a relatively safe area in Hollywood Hills and was a well-known family and marriage therapist, so her home being broken into was unusual, and whoever did it made sure she had a painful death. She was thrown off her balcony, resulting in several serious injuries.
Oh my
The trauma
god.
to the head was so severe that it had resulted in a subgaleal and a subdural hemorrhage, sending her into continuous seizures. Not only that, but her neck showed signs that she had been strangled before falling off her balcony.
Oh my
Even though
god.
Amy
Who
started
the fuck
receiving
did this,
urgent
man?
care, this situation was far from over. Not knowing whether the assailant is still in the house, officers began to breach and clear the ground floor.
Do you know if there's anybody else inside the house?
I don't. Oh my god.
Okay.
Anyone else inside?
I'm not gonna say it was bro now, so I see why the nigga left. Hearing all that, he probably just ran. He didn't run. I mean, he probably was going to help, but he didn't know if the dude had a weapon or not. So he was like, you know what? I'm just gonna call, step outside, let the police handle that. I don't blame you, brother. I don't. Would I have helped? Who the fuck is that?
PD, come out with your hands up. Hey,
Oh.
somebody pat him down, please. Hey, stand up. He might be a...
Would I have helped? I probably would have went up there. I'm not gonna cap.
Anyone else inside?
Nah, I'm lying.
LAPD, come out with
No
your hands
disrespect.
up.
I'm lying. Now, if it was like a roommate, probably not. Family, most definitely, I would up there. Moms, pops, something like that, sister, anything like that, I'm up there. Roommate,
Alright, so you guys can move up in unison.
oh shit.
On you guys. Just hold it. They're gonna move up in unison. You're good, Pascal. Whenever you guys are ready, go ahead. Go, Pascal. I got an open room. There's a balcony to the top. Got couches. Looks like a kitchen to the right.
Unfortunately, the one responsible for Amy's condition has managed to escape. And as cops make their way through
Yeah,
the
that nigga
home,
got low.
they notice that everything is organized and spotless, besides a few areas of interest.
It's sticky.
Watch it be an ex-boyfriend, I guarantee it.
Urine, but none of the bathroom.
Amy's bedroom was a mess, with the covers thrown off and a pool of urine in the connecting bathroom.
How did
And
bro?
when a victim is strangled, it results in the involuntary loss of bowel control. Moreover,
Wow.
officers would discover something strange. Right on the balcony from where Amy fell, a syringe filled with nicotine had fallen to the ground.
This is off topic, but yo, my friend put me in the headlock one time. I think you're about gang. I started seeing light. Matt, you know what I'm talking about. We was in gym class. I don't know where this nigga comes behind and just puts me in the meanest chokehold and holds me in that shit. I was woozy. Nigga, when he let go, I could barely walk.
On this.
Gotta watch that back door, man.
Extreme doses of nicotine
Matt
like
tried
the
to
one
backdoor
found
me.
in this syringe act as a poison, causing organs in the body to fail and slowly kill an individual as they suffer from vomiting, nausea,
Oh my
diarrhea,
God.
and severe abdominal pain.
Whoever
Strangely
did this
enough,
shit
these
hated
types
her.
of drugs were never even present in the home, and even if they were, Amy would never take them, as her roommate explains.
A loaded syringe, so... Sir, do you know her history of drug use?
That she's sober. She doesn't drink it. She didn't even drink.
She doesn't drink.
She doesn't even drink. She's sober.
So nobody in this house is doing drugs?
I smoke pot and stuff. Yeah.
Okay, what do you mean and stuff?
Well, I smoke pot.
That's it?
Shrooms every now and then. Yeah.
Okay, so she's sober completely.
She's sober completely.
How sure of that are you?
I'm positive. I'm absolutely sure.
What do you think? I don't know, dude. Something's off. Dude, that rig is loaded completely.
Yes, hasn't been used yet.
It hasn't been used.
I don't know. I don't know what to fucking think. Detective always stumped.
That's what I folks did on the climbing over the fence.
Oh, okay, got it. So what about this one here?
I don't know what that is. I guess from the fence too.
Can you pull your sleeve back on this one right here? Oh no, on this one right here. This one. Can you flip it for me? Can you do me a favor? Look up. Can you pull your shirt down a little bit?
Sure.
It's really like shaky.
This whole thing's very weird.
And then did you see that? How it's wrapped around them? It's weird.
Although Michael seems
Huh?
incredibly suspicious, finding out whether he's guilty.
I'm gonna keep it a
second.
bit. He don't really
The
seem that
first
suspicious to me.
priority is
He
to
being more than
assure
helpful.
Amy's
I'm gonna be honest.
survival, whose condition was worsening by the second. Her pulse was nearly non-existent, and she was rushed to a nearby hospital, where it was determined that she had sustained many serious injuries since dropping about 20 feet from the balcony, including lacerations to her liver
Damn.
and brain damage. And despite the best attempts from doctors, Amy Harwick was soon pronounced dead.
Rest in peace,
Syringe
Amy.
filled with nicotine, Amy's injuries before the fall, and no missing items. These were all clues that this was not a burglary gone wrong, but a planned murder.
I think this
At
nigga was
least
just
this would
sitting in the
make
house
sense,
waiting.
Because working as a specialized sex therapist, and one that was very public with several shows and
Oh,
media
she was
presence at the time,
popping.
was risky. There could have been too many people who had it out for her, since therapists often have to deal with emotionally problematic and sometimes obsessive individuals. For
Ah,
now,
shit.
though, Michael Herman was the only person around Amy when she was murdered, making him the first suspect. Michael was already a suspicious individual, as his frequent cannabis use led officers to believe that he had at least some knowledge of drugs and could be behind the nicotine syringe. But more
I never
telling
even
was the
heard of that
fact
shit.
His arms were covered in blood and scratches, which made him look even more guilty. So to get
I
to
mean,
the
he did
bottom
say,
of
but
this,
he honestly, he did say he
Michael
hopped
was
over the
brought in
gate.
for an interview where
Those
he
are
would
like
stay adamant
Pope.
about his innocence.
Can you remember? Do you still hear
I
screaming?
still heard screaming when I was
Still hearing screaming. Now, and when we were at the house, you
because
also
that was when I was yelling. Because when I was leaving, I yelled up there, "Hey, mother!"
Shit.
really loud because I wanted her to think I was coming upstairs, so
Right.
maybe he'd like stop and run. You know, that
you would
was
know that he's not in the house.
Hold on, yeah. Somebody said
right,
something?
right,
Hold on,
right,
yeah.
right. And I didn't know.
That thing
if it was,
messed
like,
up.
You know, I didn't know if it was multiple people. I just didn't
Right.
know. And I just.
You tight, my bad. I didn't
that
see it,
would,
man.
like,
Probably
that
went away
would
by
make the
now.
person flee.
Michael claims that after returning home, he heard screams from inside the house and then shouted loudly to scare off the potential attacker. He then entered the home to find the front door open and Amy Harwick's body on the ground. He immediately called 911 and attempted to provide aid while waiting for emergency responders. Not only does Michael fully cooperate with law enforcement, but he also has a solid
Stop it,
alibi and
bozo.
witness
Who that?
testimonies supporting his account. Additionally, there is no forensic evidence linking Michael to the crime. Still, detectives can't rule out Michael just
Oh,
yet,
shit.
as there are no other suspects, and nobody had seen anyone outside of Michael enter or leave the building. But this is
Yeah,
when
Michael
police
look a little
received footage
suspect.
from a nearby Ring doorbell camera, a crucial piece of evidence that would turn the entire case upside down. When the cops looked at the footage, they saw Michael come running out of the home, trying to wake up the neighbors and call for help. This was exactly what he told them he had done, which confirms the fact that he was likely only a witness to all of this. But the camera also picks up someone else at the scene. A strange male figure wearing gloves, hopping fences,
Oh,
and running through
I told
backyards.
y'all it was
In
somebody
many
else. I knew it.
cases, this man
I knew
could
it.
even be seen covering cameras with a gloved hand. Undeniably, this masked individual was the one responsible for this murder, but finding out who this could be was difficult. As they began looking into her life, there were very few people who wanted to hurt her. She was on good terms with her family and friends and had almost no enemies. So police began to believe that this may have been a case of one of Amy's past relationships coming back to haunt her. But yet again, almost all of her boyfriends came up clean. All
Yo, who is this woman, man?
but one of them, Gareth Pursehouse, a man who was reported by Amy's friends to be an obsessive ex-lover and someone who had previously stalked her.
Oh, hell
Before
no.
officers look into Gareth, they decide to
Telling y'all, man.
consolidate all of the evidence.
Never trust somebody with a clean shave, man. It's always them. Never trust a nigga with a clean shave. I'm telling you. I watch too much Law and Order to know. I'm telling ya. Detective O knows. I'm telling ya.
They have first. Because of the presence of the syringe filled with pure nicotine, detectives believe that whoever broke into Amy's apartment intended to kill her by injecting her with the syringe, but that their plans somehow went awry. Amy began resisting, and a physical altercation occurred that would be proven by a black rosary that Amy had been wearing around her neck. Beads of this rosary were found trailing all the way from her bedroom to the balcony. Not only that, a black leather jacket that was turned inside out was also discovered at the scene. It is likely that the attacker snuck up behind her, grabbed her by her jacket, and a struggle ensued. The attacker then likely choked Amy, dragged her out to the balcony, and threw her over the top. With all of this in mind, officers began looking for somebody who would want to hurt Amy in this manner. Undeniably, the masked individual was responsible for the murder. However, identifying them
I fucking
could be
knew it.
challenging
I knew it
because,
wasn't that dude.
despite being a well-known public
Trying to
figure,
see. Hold on,
Amy
y'all.
had
Trying to see if the
no
thing will
known
pop up.
enemies. Police start their investigation by questioning friends and family of Amy, looking for any clues on who could have committed this heinous crime. And it wouldn't take long for them
no,
to
that
get
dude
a
message
strong
ain't pop up on the
lead.
chat. I don't know
Amy's
why.
friends revealed to police that about a month before her murder,
Right, let me
they
lock it.
began receiving concerning messages from Amy.
She's
She
following me.
expressed fear for her life.
I'm gonna be honest, if y'all going through something like this, bro,
41-year-old
y'all gotta
photographer
call.
Gareth Pursehouse.
Like, if you going through something like this, I feel like you gotta tell the cops, bro. You have to. Like, that shit ain't being a thought.
Amy and Gareth had met 10 years earlier in 2011 when Gareth had worked as a photographer on a therapy event Amy attended. They dated briefly, but Amy's friends took note of the relationship being far
Amy
from
kind of
normal.
bad. Hold on.
In May of 2011,
Rest in peace, though. Damn, I forgot
Amy
she
tried
passed
to
away.
file
Rest in
a
peace.
restraining order for the abuse she suffered in the relationship. Gareth
Wow.
often suffocated her, slamming her against the walls, dropped her on the ground, and punched her. Yet,
Okay, so this nigga was just crazy.
somehow, this order was denied, as authorities believed there was a lack of evidence. Of course, this meant a quick end to the relationship, at least for Amy.
I see why she ain't call the cops, man. Motherfuckers not helpful.
Obsessing heavily over Amy, and his emotional state worsened.
Hey, look at this nigga. He
but
just
Amy
look
was
crazy.
The one who'd have to face the brunt of Gareth's mental decline. In the months after the breakup, weird occurrences began happening at Amy's residence. She would walk into her home to find picture frames were smashed. Sometimes there would
This
be
nigga
roses
is
taped to her front
ridiculous.
door, and on other occasions, Gareth would refuse to leave her doorstep for hours. A year later, in 2012, Amy tried to file another restraining order against Gareth because he had once again assaulted her and dragged her out of a car. Fortunately, this time, the order would be approved by a judge, barring Gareth from seeing Amy for 5 years.
It's sad it took that long. It's crazy.
Her closest friends, Gareth's behavior became even more creepy and intense in the years after the restraining order was issued. If Gareth couldn't see her physically, he'd tarnish her reputation on every one of Amy's social media pages. Every single time she posted, she would get derogatory comments, and all of her publications in her field as a therapist would get bombarded with comments criticizing and degrading her work. But things would take a turn.
Are people really like this in real life? I'm so glad I've never encountered somebody that's like this. Oh my god. This is crazy.
For the worst 1 month before Amy's murder, on January 17th, 2020, Amy was attending the XBiz Awards, where she was a panelist of an organization called Pineapple Support, which was meant to focus on therapy related to workers in the sex industry. However, as Amy was having drinks before her segment began, she would hear a familiar voice, Gareth's voice, who was working as a photographer at the event. At this point in time, Amy had not seen Gareth in nearly a decade, yet he would approach Amy, angry and upset, saying that she ruined his life. One of Amy's friends would outline what the two talked about as Amy called him for help.
The first phone call.
This is sad, bro. Like, look at the lengths this guy is going to just to be a fucking weirdo. Like, this is sad. I'm sorry. I mean, I'm sorry you had to go through that, man.
I couldn't understand, and I hung up. And then 30 seconds later, I received another phone call from her as well. And all I could hear amongst the chaos were the sounds that were sort of the loud sounds was, "Get the F over here. initially seen them walk away, I first checked in with my friend who called me, and she told me this guy is freaking out on your friend. So I then walked over to where the two of them had walked to. And as I was walking towards them, the only words I heard was, "You ruined my life, you bitch."
After this event, Amy was extremely scared of Gareth and told friends and family that if anything happened to her, Gareth would be responsible.
Wow.
He sent her voice messages after the event.
I have so much I need to say. Please give me a chance to just say it. Please.
And her concerns were proven to be true, because when officers matched a picture of Gareth to the
Ugh.
man seen on the Ring doorbell footage on the night of the murder, it
Look at
was
this nigga
Amy.
eyes. He just look like a soulless demon. Oh my god. He just looked like he just evil.
Exact match. But for authorities to be sure that Gareth is the same man they're looking for, they needed to search his home. Obtaining the warrant itself was not hard because the sheer amount of evidence against
Photographer
Gareth
living
gave
that type of
officers
crap?
reasonable
Damn.
suspicion to do so. However, this suspicion would soon turn into shock as syringes filled with nicotine were discovered in Gareth's home, exactly like the one found on Amy's balcony.
So
Not only that, but Gareth
you go through all of that. You like hide your face from the cameras and all that, sneak away for you to leave. First of all, you left the one syringe there, and then you're gonna leave the other syringes at your crib and like not clean up.
himself had sustained injuries on his body and had bloody clothes scattered all over the home. But there was one
So
piece
he
of
just wanted to
evidence
get
that
caught.
proved to be a definitive breakthrough in this case. A DNA comparison between the fingernail scrapings of Amy's body and
She
Garrett
got him.
would turn up an exact
Good shit,
match.
Amy, man.
Detectives knew that this was exactly the man they were
Hope he
looking
getting
for.
I hope he
So
getting
by
beat up
about
in jail every
5
day.
p.m. the day after the murder, the cops locate and approach
They found a nigga the
Garrett
next
Kerr's
day?
house. In the face of Garrett's history with Amy and him being caught on camera, officers decide to charge him with Amy's murder. While sitting in jail awaiting a murder trial, Gareth doesn't show an ounce of remorse. In fact, while on a jailhouse phone
Man, look
call
at
with
his eyes.
some
He
of
like
his
a
buddies,
demon.
he cracks jokes and makes light of the whole situation. He even tells them that, due to the public's interest in him, they could become millionaires by selling old jokes he told while working as a stand-up comic. But this is far from the
What the fuck is wrong with this dude? Like, are we serious right now? People really giving this nigga time of day?
strangest thing he says.
Yeah, turn those into a book. Try to find, right now actually, try to find a publisher that'll give you money ahead of time for that, just based on my name because of the media.
And my brother, what the fuck is this on? Like, what is this? It's just the group of weirdos. I'm guessing it's a group of weirdos. Look at this nigga. What like? And they're sitting here interested in what he's saying too. Like if one of my homeboys did some shit like this, like I'm cutting that nigga off. Like, what are we doing?
Yeah, like that could be $1 million. I don't know. But I do have a joke for you. What's the most feminine candy bar?
Huh.
Hershey's.
Well, at least you have your sense of humor.
Yeah, you got your sense of humor. You're making the best of it in there.
Yeah. Well, and also people are posting like crazy hate, and there's like, why bother?
So you said you're not getting out.
Correct.
Ever. Is that what you're trying to say?
Yes. I've seen what's coming at me.
I don't even know what to say, y'all. This is crazy. Like,
I'm not getting out.
this is crazy.
Super fun.
Gareth Pursehouse has made it very clear that he
That
believes
shit wasn't
he's
even
going
funny.
down for Amy's murder, and he has completely accepted that. One could likely assume that if this man were not truly guilty of this horrific crime, he would not be speaking this way. Despite this,
I ain't gonna lie, a nigga
Gareth
like this, he
was
need the
wanted out
injection.
of jail before his trial began.
What?
But Gareth was certainly panicking because right after he was released on bond,
You was
the first
panicking.
place he visited was Los Angeles
Look at you, hoe.
International Airport to escape the country. Normally, a person who has their bond posted is not allowed next to any airports or borders to prevent them from leaving the country. And if they're found doing so, they're arrested immediately and given no chance for a second bond. Exactly what would happen to Gareth as he was arrested once more. The trial of Gareth Pursehouse began in August of 2023. The defense claims that Gareth was only there to talk to Amy and that her death was an accident.
This nigga was beating her, strangling her, and all that shit. You gonna say accident?
Also argued that while Gareth
First of all, I'm not even gonna fry, bro.
had brought that
Yeah, I already see
syringe
that nigga
filled with
forehead now.
nicotine to the
Like, no
scene,
point.
he had only intended it to be used for his own side. But the prosecution took a different approach and painted Gareth as an obsessive
Ooh,
killer.
that nigga let himself go.
She rejected his advances. She cut off all contact. And to punish her for that, he broke into her house on Valentine's Day. He broke in there with a syringe loaded with a lethal dose of nicotine.
The prosecution's argument was solid. However, they had a major point that they would have to prove if they wanted to get a guilty verdict. That point was that Gareth came to Amy's apartment on the evening of February 15th, 2020, with the intention of killing her, not just to have a conversation, as the defense alleged. The defense also suggested that Amy may have ended up on the concrete below the balcony while attempting to get away from Gareth out of fear.
One likely scenario for how Miss Hardwick came to rest where she lived in the patio is that she comes home, encounters Mr. Firsthouse. In a panic, she runs through her bedroom to her balcony.
Oh shit!
climbs
Wait,
up and over
I thought you was defense. My bad. I take that back.
the railing, attempts to lower herself or climb down, and is unsuccessful. You fall.
Throughout the entire trial, Gareth Pursehouse never once took the stand to testify on his own behalf. Most
Such a
legal
bitch.
experts will say that this is something that can be very telling to a jury. After all, if an innocent person has nothing to hide, then it is suspicious that he wouldn't speak out to defend himself. But whether or not the jury in this
I
case
just
will
think
see
he just
things his
doesn't
way,
care.
only time will
I
tell.
really do.
After finishing the
I think he just
deliberation
doesn't give a fuck.
process, the jury in this case reached their decision in September of 2023.
As to count one, we, the jury, the above entitled action finding defendant Gareth Pursehouse guilty of the crime of murder in the first degree.
Yep.
Ladies and gentlemen of the jury, are these your verdicts? So say you one, so say you all. Yes. Thank you.
And just like that, Gareth Pursehouse was officially convicted of the murder of Amy Harwick. The only thing left was for Gareth to finally be sentenced. Gareth Pursehouse was sentenced to life in prison without the
Yes.
possibility of parole.
100% deserves. But I really honestly think this brother doesn't care. Rest in peace, Amy. She ain't deserve that, man. It's crazy that people like him get to live. It's crazy. But we out, man.